Stay. It's waiting for a live signal. Hello. Who joined us first? Oh, now there's 5 of you. Hi, everyone. Tonight is going to be the Tropical Shape Shaker release. And we also have a new bling that we're going to be introducing tonight too. So I'm happy that you're here. I have a new, semi-new setup. I have a new light fixture that we're trying tonight. And I think that it's pretty nice. I'm trying to see to see where the shadow or where the glare is coming from, but I don't think that can be forgiven, especially with it being a plastic. So, but that's okay. So, how are you guys tonight? I want to know. I always ask where you're from, but tonight I want to know um, if you've ever been to Hawaii. I've never been, and I don't know how to say it the local language way, the local accent way. I say it like a girl from Maine. I say Hawaii. Has anybody ever been there? Now, I don't think that that's the only tropical place that there is, but this girl that we're going to be showing you in a few minutes tonight, she definitely comes straight out of Hawaii. But then again, she could just have her flower in her hair in Aruba or Bermuda or Jamaica or anywhere tropical. I have been to the Dominican and I have been to the Bahamas. Where have you guys been? Tropical. I don't want to know about Canada. That's not too tropical. I want to know tropical locations. Hi from New Hampshire. I'm from Mass. I'm trying to read a few of these comments as we're getting started. We're going to wait until 8 o'clock and start up when everybody, well, when it's 8 o'clock and we've had a little bit of time for other people to join us. Oh, you've never been anywhere tropical? Well, where do you live, Beverly? Hi, Cindy. Terry, who just said they have a sister-in-law that goes there? Let's go, let's go and visit her. It's expensive, I've heard, Hawaii anyway. And of course, all vacations are expensive. Instead, we'll sit on a Wednesday evening in our craft rooms watching me introduce a new kit. And we'll all jump on top of it because we all need it. Is it a need or a want? I think it's a need because if you've been anywhere tropical, even Florida or California or anything like that, you really need what we have in this kit tonight. Now, I know you guys have seen the flamingo, but this looks like a little naked person right now, but we're going to dress her. But I wonder if you couldn't dress her with some other clothes. I don't know. And I love this umbrella, and it very, very much reminds me of a rainbow. We have a flower. Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good night. I hope you guys like it. I've never been to the Keys. Yeah, very much like paper dolls. Is Kona, Hawaii? I think it is. Because why? I think it is. We've just got a few more minutes here. I am so excited, like beyond excited. Now, since you guys are the first few that are joining early, um, I don't want to say this like when the real live starts, but I am so excited about my cards tonight. Now, I did not have them done and submitted for Wendy to put them on the website, so no one has seen my cards except for Wendy. And I'm so excited. Oh, you're on vacation in Florida with your grands? Oh no, you're from Marco Island on spring break and with your grandson. That sounds fun. I should do spring break. Hi from Texas. I've been to Texas. Definitely have been to Texas. Hi, Sharon. Ooh, what beach are you going to, Kara? My husband's family is from Jacksonville, Florida, and Fort Myers. He's got family in both areas. Yeah, I feel like out if you're going to stay in the United States and you're on the East Coast, the closest thing tropical is Florida. I mean, you could probably hit a little bit of tropical when you're getting to Georgia, maybe the Carolinas, on this side of the United States anyway. I've never been to Idaho. Now, I could ask, I'm from Maine and we grow potatoes there. Do you guys hate Maine potatoes? Oh, Kathy, you're in Jacksonville? Well, hello. Hey, Wendy, can you hear me all right? I am from Bucksport, Maine. Little tiny town, about 19 miles from Bangor. What's a Maine potato? A Maine potato is delicious. Is it as good as an Idaho? I don't know, but that's what I grew up on. And that formed this luscious body. So obviously, they're very good. All we had all the time was meat and potatoes. So, anyway, they're very good. I promise. Oh, yeah, I don't know if I want California potatoes. I want Idaho or Maine. So I'm not sure how you guys or how these comments are popping up for me to see them, but it's quite strange. I will say. I am a potato snob. Okay. We should get started. It's almost 8 o'clock, so I'm going to pretend I've not been talking to you and I'm going to start all over again. Oops, can you hear my voice? I'm repeating to myself. All right. Hey everyone, it is Marianne with Queen and Company, and tonight we are going to be introducing you to the tropical shaped shaker. I also have a new piece of bling, or a new bundle of bling that I absolutely love and I've used on many of my cards tonight. But first, I wanted to talk to you about our shape shaker. So instead of having a glare, I put a piece of paper between it. So here we have all of the dies that are you can find in the shape shaker. Whoops, and I don't know what I'm doing here. Sorry about this. There are 25 dies in this kit. You're seeing a flower, an umbrella, a person, and she will have hair. She has a bikini top and a skirt. You'll find a flamingo, a drink, what is this called? A drink umbrella, and a coconut with a straw. You have a beach chair, and I'm not sure if I said the hibiscus already, with a center for the hibiscus, and you also have a smaller hibiscus. You can use that for her hair. You can use it for your drinks, so many different things. So this kit does come with 21 dies. So it does come with 3 sheets of foam, so you'll get 3 of each shaker piece, and it also comes with the pre-cut acetates that place right on top of your foam pieces. Exactly. You don't have to do any trimming out or fussy cutting or anything like that. So you do get 21 pieces of acetate. No, that's incorrect. Well, you get 3 sheets of foam, and every one has 3 different shapes, and you get all of those acetates as well. So I'm going to just set that over to the side. Now, it does also come with a stamp set, and the stamps are adorable in this. One says, "I am tickled pink to have you as a friend. You are flamazing. Drink up the sunshine. Sending you birthday swishes. I hope your birthday is a little piece of paradise. I hope your day is flamazing. Sending a summer hello and aloha." Perfect. These will be fun for summer cards regardless of what you use. You'll be able to use these for different things. So in our kit, you get the dies, the foam, the acetate, and this 3x4 stamp set. You'll also get this packaging or packing paper. It shows you everything that you should have in your die. We are asking you to check every die before you remove them off of the cardboard that they come on. If you remove them, we will not be able to replace them for you. So do check those out clearly and let us know if you're missing something. So you have all of the items that are available, and it also shows you some examples on how you can, or how your dies will come together, all these different shapes. Aren't they adorable? And it kind of gives you an idea of what stamp set goes with, well, what stamp set is suggested for the shaker, but you can use any stamp set with anything. You also will get this Tropics Shape Shaker Die Guide. It tells you all the pieces that you need to put the umbrella together with the stick, with the chair and the chair base, and etc. for every shaker piece that we have. We started doing this not too long ago, and it really is helpful. I find it extremely helpful. There's so many small pieces now, and a lot of these pieces come connected together. For example, we have here the beak of the flamingo and the eyelash. If that eyelash was separate, we would all lose it. So it's a clever, clever idea. So now I have gone ahead and I have blown up the sheet of paper that has all the examples on it so that you can see that a little bit closer. And I'm going to leave this right here. But I also wanted to share something else with you for tonight. We are also releasing our new bling, and I've used these. You can see some are missing, and they are called the Rockettes. Like, perfect to come out with the little aloha girl. I absolutely love these. They're a miniature version of the globes that we had a few years back. Aren't they fantastic? I cannot tell you what my favorite color is. And it don't go according to how many pieces are missing, because I color coordinated those on some of the cards for you tonight. But aren't they adorable? And they're not too thick. I don't think you can see, but they're perfect. So those are going to be releasing tonight. And I have a card here that I created using one of our backdrops. And I just wanted to highlight the Rockettes themselves. So I just placed one in the center of a flower from the Flower Foundations. Aren't they cute? And then a little sentiment, and the card speaks for itself. There's a pack a punch on this card when you use one of those backdrop dies. Aren't they cute? Anyway, they shimmer, they have glitter, they're just fantastic. So I wanted to show that to you tonight, and I'm going to push this up here. I think we have a little space. I'm also going to push this right up here. Well, maybe I'll put this over here. So I wanted to create a card with you tonight, and we have one, but I want to show you what I've made first, and I'm very excited about this. I couldn't help but create a card in a rainbow form. Well, our color coordinated into a rainbow, and the best item on this, or in this kit for me today, were the flamingos. So I've created a rainbow flamingo card with the aloha, or actually the tropical set. We don't call it aloha, it's tropical. Anyway, is there really too many flamingos on one card? Probably. Is this too many? Probably. Do I care? Nope. Oh, look. My purple bling fell off. And it's right underneath me, so we're perfect. I was able to find it. I didn't push those down. I wasn't sure if I was going to use them. How cute are those? And look at the eyelashes on these girls. They look like they are tiptoeing right through town. So, did you guys know flamingos can be 3 to 5 feet tall? I Googled it. I Googled it for this card because I wanted to know if flamingos sat. And they do. You have to Google it. What does a flamingo look like when it's sitting? You will not believe it. Their knees bend the opposite direction. Ours bend where our foot goes back. Theirs goes like their knees bend or their feet come forward and bend at the ankles. It's actually painful to see, but awfully cute. They look kind of goofy. Anyway, I loved this card. I hope you do too. And then I also created the Aloha lady. Now, I wanted to use her or to depict a cloudy kind of a day because I wanted to use the chair umbrella as an umbrella for her. But I don't think my gray comes across as a dreary, droopy day. But you can see I put in all the new tops that were released last week, and I put those right in that umbrella. I keep wanting to call it a rainbow. And so I used the foundations for the 5x7 card. So this is a little bit larger of a card, so I could fit the person, the chair, and the umbrella. And this one here is a slimline size card. And I also created a coconut card. I'm hoping you can see these because my Facebook page or it keeps refreshing. So anyway, I thought these colors looked beautiful together. Who doesn't go to the bar and ask for extra umbrellas in their drink? Do you even get umbrellas nowadays? I don't know. Anyway, I used one of the hibiscus and I used the coconut and I put in 3 umbrellas into one drink. And then I did use the new rockets on each side of the card as well. Not too much bling, just enough. But I love that color combo. And then my last card that I'm going to just share with you tonight is this Aloha card. I did 3 hibiscus, 3 different colors on a teal base, and that teal just really made it pop until I put 3 flowers on there. But I absolutely think they're beautiful, and I don't know that it would do just as well or be as pretty if there were only 2 flowers. I love it. So I did pull out the leaves from the, what is it, Fancy Flower Kit. We do have some leaves in the flower foundation set. Those are a little smaller. You might want a little bit larger of a leaf, and that's where I went into the floral foundation or fancy flowers to grab that out. But the rest all comes right in this kit. Now, the difference between our shaped shakers and our specialty kits are our shaped shakers, such as this, does not come with the paper pad. You need to supply your own paper. Easy to do. Grab one of the Queen & Company 6x6 paper pads, and all of the papers blend, and they all match, and you can use one of those on any type of card that you're making. Our specialty kits, they do come with the paper. They're usually a lot larger as well. They have more dyes, more foam, more acetate, and such. So anyway, I loved my colors. I think I was thinking about bright colors, rainbow colors. I just couldn't help myself with this set. So what we're going to do tonight together is to make one card. And I should have prepped 2 because this one, I couldn't do this one with you tonight. This one took me a long time. I couldn't get the spacing correct. It took a while, but he was worth it. She was worth it. So here's all my stuff to get ready for, oh, sorry, I hit my head on the light. To get ready for my next card. I wanted to replicate the Aloha card, but I didn't want to use the same colors. I wanted to change it a little bit. So instead of orange, I brought in purple. So here's my acetate, my Aloha title. I have everything placed out to you. And I wanted to teach you a little something. I think I may have pointed this out before. So I'm just going to explain it once again. How, if you do not have the outline dies, which I do not on this kit, I just have the Aloha. Why do I keep calling it Aloha? I think because of the title. I think I just have the kit itself. I do not have the outline dies. If you have a chance to get the outline dies, you'll not be sorry. I highly recommend it. You, I think I was going to shake the purple one. All right. So I make sure that you grab those if you can, because it makes things so much easier. So I'm going to turn both of my papers over, my inside and my outside, and I'm going to line them up and tuck that piece right back inside. Oh, how do you like my tape dispenser? Isn't that adorable? And then I'm just going to add adhesive on a few of the petals here. Now, if I was doing this for the flower that I am going to add shaker bits and toppings in, I would make sure that every single seam had tape on it, because I don't want to have these openings because all my toppings would fall through. So there's one flower. Now let's flip over the yellow. And so this is just creating, this is what you would create to put your foam down, and then your topper if you didn't have the outside or outline dies. Now you can also put it flat down on the paper if you know exactly where you want your shaker, or yeah, the one that you're making into a shaker go. You don't have to have a back like I'm making right here. So I'm just putting these together so that they can be placed on my card nice and neat, and I can move them around and they're connected together, all of that jazz. So, okay, and I chose, I believe, a pink for this one and a yellow for this one. So let's get out my adhesive. And I'm just going to add a little bit in the center. How many of you received the reverse tweezers as a free gift not too long ago? You know, they're available for sale also if you want to get yourself a set, an additional set. They come in very, very handy. I have 2 sets and I use them all the time. I've decided not to use the bright orange. I'm going to just use the lighter orange. And I'm just going to put a little dab of adhesive on the end of that. And then I'm going to put my, what is this called? I think it's called a stigma. I'm not a botanist, but I do think that that's what it's called. I used to work at a flower shop. That was my first job ever. There. And I don't care where they stick out or hang over. If they're different, that's okay with me. So now I'm going to place these on my card. I want to just decide which place do I want my purple card. Do I want my shaker up at the top or down at the bottom? And I think I'm going to want it down here. So I'm going to adhere these with some adhesive. And if it's paper to paper, I don't mind using a tape runner. But if it is something stronger, like the acetate or the foam or anything like that, I definitely like to have a wet adhesive. I think it holds better in the long run. I definitely think that that's what I would definitely do. Okay, so I did not pre-cut another one for the purple. I decided that I'm going to show you how you would do it if you did not pre-cut. Let's just say that. Let's see. I want to make sure that my foam is going to go down. So this is upright for the paper, but my foam is backwards. So I want to turn my foam around. And now my paper will fit right on the outside or on the lining of it. Okay, so I think I'm going to place my foam right here. Maybe a little lower because I want my aloha. So I'm going to peel off the back. Figure out where I want to place this. Ooh, I want to get it all the way onto this blue paper because I don't want it to have a hole where my toppings will fall out. So, and then I'll just dig this out and I'll save this because that's useful. Okay, now I'm going to add some adhesive to the back because I want my purple, the inside of my flower, to be the same color, and I want to cover up all of that other paper that you see. You see that? Now I'm going to make a mixture. This is how I do it. I think everybody's a little bit different. I've decided on this card I want to have 3 different toppings. I'm using the crushed glass. Ooh, and remember last week, if you were here, I overdid it with the toppings. I'm going to cut back a little bit for this one. Maybe be a little more careful. All right. Ooh, I love that. Look at that already. I don't even need anything else. But I did want to add a little bit of white because my card base is a white. And this is such a dark color, I wanted to bring in a little bit of brightness. Okay, so there we have it. What do you think? I like that. Can you see that? Now I'm going to pour it into my, whoops, no I'm not. I'm going to, this is new. It's called a powder puff, and we've only had it a couple of weeks. You just take the top off, and the brush comes out, and powder comes out of the center of the brush, and it removes some of the static. Now, it's not going to remove it all, but it will remove quite a bit. The toppings I'm using tonight aren't very staticky, which I'm very grateful for. Last week, I tried to use the pearlies, and those suckers were slippery. So they jumped all over the place. Now, to close this, you just raise up the black piece to cover the bristles, and then you put your cover back on, and then close it shut. Now, this does not come with the powder or cornstarch inside. You do have to add that yourself. So now that I've removed the static from the inside of my hibiscus, I'm going to add my shaker toppings. Ooh, I'm sorry, Wendy, I might have overdone it again. You just don't know. Well, I think when I hold it up, it will shake, but it's quite tight. I can't help it. I love toppings. I love a lot of toppings. Okay, so carefully, I'm going to find my acetate. Before I place this down, I want to verify that it is not upside down and it is correct. And then I'm going to commit to sticking this, and I got it. And then you just let it fall down onto the other sticky parts of the flour, and voila! Now your shaker isn't going anywhere. Now let's see how much. Look, there's so much space left in there. I could have filled that even more. You see that? Can you see it? Or is there a glare? I love it. Okay, let's spread it out a little. I'm going to use my reverse tweezers once again, checking to make sure that my paper is right side up, not upside down. And then I'm going to put a thin line of wet adhesive all around the border of my hibiscus. And I don't have to worry about leaving a space for my fingers because my tweezers are going to do the job for me. Is this right? Yeah. And then I'm going to place that right down, trying to get it without having to maneuver it too much because I don't want any of the wet adhesive on my acetate. If you do get wet adhesive on your acetate, if you've got a pin, like a needle pin, or a pointer, you can just remove it with that, and then I just, of course, wipe it on my hand. And I'm going to just let it sit there for just a second. While I do, I'm going to get out my purple center and the orange stigma, and I'm going to go ahead and attach that to each other. Just a little dot on the end of the stigma and place it into the center of the, I don't know what that's called, but I've been calling it a splat. Doesn't it look like a paint splat? Can you see that? I love it. All right, I think that should be pretty good. Now I'm going to add some adhesive behind the splat. If you know the technical term, be sure to tell us all. There we go. Now, on this, not this card, which card? Oh, on this card, I used foam tape behind the hot pink center, and I love how it looks. I should have done that on this card too. Now, that's still wet, but I'm not worried about that moving too much. And I also have my title already, so I'm going to add some adhesive off to the right side in case it sticks out over. I don't want to have adhesive there. Well, now I've gone and I have not left myself enough space. This is I call this a picker-upper thingy. And I just want to be able to slide my sentiment down underneath there a little bit. And I'm okay if it's off-centered, off the side of the blue paper, or if it's up over top. I just want to make sure that it's straight. And it looks like it to me. Now, I hadn't used any of the Rockettes on this, but well, I did use some right here. What if, I'm gonna poke these up a little bit, because you know they're not sitting flat down to the page when they're out in the wild. So I'm gonna just zhuzh them up a little bit, maybe a little too much, and I think they look great. Now, should we put one of these Rockettes in the center of each? Oh, this one wouldn't want to come off. Hold on a second. Let me see if you guys are talking to me. Oh, I make up names for everything. Should I put one of these right here? I'm going to, first person to answer me, or the message or the answer that I see, should I take it off and use it around? I need to know before I stick them, like push on it to stick it down. Yes, I see yes. So everybody's saying yes, so I'm going to do it. So there's a purple one. Here's a pink one. Hi, Linda. I love your flamingo cards. I love the flamingo. If you guys haven't seen what the other designers have created, make sure you go to the website, and when you're on the tropical shape shaker, you just click the arrow and you'll see multiple cards with this design. Both, oh gosh, Greta, Linda, and Ginger also created a few before she left on her little trip. Okay, I am gonna add a couple more. I feel like it needs a little bit, just a little bit of bling up near the aloha. And my yellow is really low, so I'm going to put my yellow one down here so it's further away. And I'm going to put purple here so it's next to the pink. And then I'm going to put pink up here. Pink up there. Uh-oh. Hold on one second. My adhesive has come off. I just need to fold it under. There we go. And then put that up closer to the top. What do you think? I think these two things pair so well together. The Rockettes, the Aloha business. Why do I keep saying Aloha? It's called Tropical, but it is absolutely fun. You guys, you can use this kit for scrapbooking layouts too. How cute would that be? So I want to know if you like the purple hibiscus or the orange hibiscus. I think I like the orange. I think I like the dimension of this because it's got the two shakers instead of the one. I love it. So just to remind you, some of the examples that you'll be able to see on the website soon. I'll get them on there, I promise. And then the new bling tonight, the stamp set. You guys, it's a really, really great kit. Ooh, I think that you guys are going to really love this. And you also like the orange one better. Or I'm reading that some of you like the orange one better. So I really appreciate you being here with me tonight. This was a quick video for you, releasing our new tropical shape shaker and our Rockettes. So thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys real soon. I believe I'll see you next week. Will I see you next week? Tune in to find out. We'll see you soon. Have a good night.